Hey everyone, so today we're going to go ahead and discuss some strategies for problem solving and the basic steps that one should take and hopefully adopt into their problem solving of word problems. So let's go ahead and start it off. So the problem we're going to be doing today is going to be, last year there were 5 more athletes who tried out for the basketball team. If there are 21 athletes trying out this year, how many athletes tried out for the team last year? So the first thing you want to start off with is you want to definitely highlight whatever it is that you want to answer. So in this case, the question that we want to answer is, how many athletes tried out for the team last year? That's what we want to answer. And whatever it is that you want to answer, that's always going to be what you're going to assign your variable to be. So we're going to go ahead and assign our variable to be the number of athletes that tried out for the team last year. And again, you could choose any letter of the alphabet. I'm going to go ahead and just choose X. So X is going to represent equal the number of athletes that tried out for the basketball team last year. So again, that's going to be the first key step in all these problems. Whatever quantity it is that you want to know, we're going to assign one variable for each quantity. So in this case, we just wanted to know the number of athletes that tried out for the team last year. If there were 2 quantities that we wanted to know, then we would have 2 variables. If there were 3 quantities, then we would have 3 variables, and so forth. So for each quantity that you want to know, you should have one corresponding variable. So that's going to be the first step in all these problems. Now the next step, let's go ahead and reread the sentences and see what other information we can extract from that. So our focus here is last year. So wherever I see anything that centers around last year, I'm going to go ahead and highlight that as well. I'm going to do it with the same color just to associate them. So it says last year there were 5 more athletes who tried out for the basketball team. Since it is referencing to last year, again, same color. Colors are always nice. Now the other step that we're going to be doing is going to be the other time reference is going to be this year. So it says there are 21 athletes trying out this year. So again, 2 time frames, this year and last year. So it's important to be able to distinguish between the two. So what else do we know? The key thing that we know about the very first sentence is the words being used, and those are 5 more. 5 more, that's always going to be an indicator of addition whenever you see the word more. So we're going to want to use plus 5 somewhere in our equation. Secondly, in the red, it says that if there are 21 athletes trying out this year. So the key words are going to be there are 21. So that's going to be an indicator of equals 21. Words like there are, there is, those are usually indicators of equal signs. So we're going to usually use these numbers and these symbols whenever we see words like more and there are. So what we want to do now is we want to go ahead and form an equation. So let's go ahead and start it off. Well, we want to know x. We want to know what that's equal to. And, well, what do we know? We know that it's equal to the number of athletes that were that tried out for the team this year, plus the number of athletes that tried out for the team last year. So what we know is that 21 athletes tried out this year. And then we also know that 5 more tried out last year. So again, we're connecting those two. So we have x equals 21 plus 5. So now let's go ahead and solve the equation. So there isn't really much we can solve for this problem. So all we really need to do is combine the like terms on the right hand side. So we have x is equal to 21 plus 5. That's again always starting off with the original equation. Then we're going to bring down the x because there's nothing we could do on that left side of that equal sign. However, on the right hand side, we can combine it and get a 26. So that's going to be our solution. So x equals 26, and x represents the number of athletes that tried out for the basketball team last year. So we're going to go ahead and say our conclusion then. So what can we say? Last year, 26 athletes tried out for the basketball team. So now let's go and check our result again. Just like when solving an equation, whenever we check the result, we always start off with the original equation. So the original equation was that found in step number 3. So again, we use that when we solve for the equation, and again we're going to be using that when we check the result. So again, the original equation is x is equal to 21 plus 5. But we know x is equal to 26, so we're going to substitute that in for x. And everything else is going to remain exactly the same, 21 plus 5. And now we go ahead and simplify out. Well, 26 is just going to stay 26. And then 21 plus 5 is going to give us 26. So we do have a true statement, so our solution is correct. So we verified it by checking it. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that notice the equal sign, how they are lined up, fairly lined up for the most part. And notice that on the right hand side, we just simplified things. We combined whatever we could. Whatever was on the right remained on the right, and similarly, whatever was on the left remained on the left. A lot of students try to, mix up the two sides, but whenever you're checking the result, focus on the left separately from whatever's on the right, and just simplify each side accordingly. So that's it for today's video, and stay tuned for the next video.